The votes have been tallied, and the countdown starts now. The coffee's strong and the syrup's flowing as we crack the top 5 of our brunch countdown at Over Easy in Phoenix, Arizona. And the brunch dish coming in at number 5 is their delightfully dippable golden waffle dog. This whimsical wake-up call comes to us from the brunch bigwig behind Over Easy, the hugely accomplished and highly huggable chef, Aaron May.
Over Easy is a classic breakfast joint full of comfort classics, a chef's take on those originals, and all the fun food you could pack into breakfast.
Let's talk about Chef Aaron May, shall we? Very good friend of mine. You may know him from such shows as Tournament of Champions and Guy's Grocery Games.
A waffle dog is like a corn dog, but instead of cornmeal, we're using waffle batter, and instead of hot dogs, we're using delicious breakfast sausage links.
Pork sausage links on a stick, that is.
Food always tastes good on a stick, and we dip it into the waffle batter before we dip it into the fryer.
And why are dipped foods so tasty?
You get to take something delicious and put it into something delicious, and that makes it like delicious squared.
Flour, sugar, salt, and baking powder help to build the batter, but it's the malted milk powder that makes it better. Next, he mixes eggs and milk with another flavor enhancer.
Vanilla bean paste is a lot more vanilla than the extract.
With the batter rested and the sausage par cooked, it's time to take a dip.
First, we take our stick, ask the sausage link nicely to hold its breath, and insert gently. Right in, boop, boop, badoop. These are gonna fry until they're done.
These brunch beauties get maple syrup and hot sauce on the side, finished with a dusting of powdered sugar. Now let the dogs out.
Proof you can teach a corn dog new tricks.
Number 4 in our brunch bunch is a restaurant that has Windy City locals and tourists alike setting their alarms and lining up early.
We usually always have a line during the morning. The circus.
And in the center ring, husband and wife duo Jeannie Kwan and Tim Flores. Their restaurant, Kasama, isn't just drawing crowds. It's making history.
Kasama being the first Filipino restaurant to get a Michelin star is a huge deal. So it is so exciting to see such an amazing restaurant from my hometown represented in the top 10.
I think rather than it being trending, it's more so first generation, second generation Filipinos kind of coming of age to get to a point where they want to cook, they want to do it for a career, and they want to open their own business.
Combining Filipino flavors with a handheld fast food classic, the Kasama breakfast sandwich posts up in the number 4 position.
When I go for brunch and I want a breakfast sandwich, there's only one stop, and that's Kasama.
Jeff Morrow was very, very kind for saying that.
It's familiar in the American way, it's familiar in the Filipino way, and bridging those two together, it's genius.
Let's do it. It's written in italic scripture. She followed me on Insta, hit me in the DMs.
What makes a great breakfast sandwich? It's gotta have 3 main components in there. You gotta have an egg, you gotta have a meat, you gotta have a cheese.
Let's start with the meat.
For the sausage, they use longanisa, which is a Filipino sausage that is flavored with vinegar, black pepper, salt, brown sugar.
This specific type is unique to the region that my dad is from, Pampanga. It's gonna be closer to like a maple sausage because it has that sweetness to it.
And for the egg, they've upgraded from scrambled to souffled.
So we steamed it with a little cream in a water bath, covered it up, throw it in the oven so it's nice and silky. So you have that like nice sort of soft scrambled.
The bun is just like perfectly fluffy. And they also stuff this crispy hash brown into it. It will cure any hangover you have.
Hey Kelsey, we made these for you.
We've arrived at number 3. And the New York City viral brunch darling that's got TikTokers talking. Golden Diner.
You can find Golden Diner down in Chinatown, and it's the type of place that people line up around the block for.
Golden Diner is the best brunch spot in New York.
And one thing that I drool over all of the time is the honey butter pancakes from Golden Diner.
This sweet salivary stimulator stacks up at number 3. When New Yorkers are happily waiting in line 3 hours for pancakes, you know Chef Sam Wu must be onto something.
I'm a born and raised New Yorker. I always felt there was a need for high quality, accessible diner food in Chinatown.
I love how Chef Sam Yu is creating all-American style diner food with an Asian twist.
Fact, these are not your typical flapjacks. The difference begins in the batter.
Sam is using a buttermilk batter, but his secret is the yeast.
Which you usually don't put yeast in a pancake. It's always like baking soda, baking powder.
It allows the pancake to rise, to develop extra gluten, extra flavor, and it's something you immediately taste.
You don't want to over mix the batter. When you have batter that's a little bit too worked, you get a thin pancake.
Chef Sam gently folds in the flour, then leaves the yeast to feast, while he whips up the house-made honey butter maple syrup.
It's delicious, it's layered, you have that amber honey, you have that maple syrup, which is classic.
But this syrup has a salty little secret.
This is our soy sauce.
With the sweet and salty syrup standing by, the batter is risen and ready.
You just fill it about a third of the way up. The fluffiness comes from both the mixture because of the rising of the yeast, but also because of how we cook it in a pan. There's walls to the batter.
They're the OG skillet pancake crew.
But get this, Sam skips the flip.
As long as you get the top crispy, that's enough. And then you need to let the other side be light and fluffy.
Golden, fluffy, snackable, and stackable.
There's 2 to an order. We have first our maple honey butter.
Absolutely delicious.
And then this honey butter soy maple sauce.
It's just drenched in syrup.
It's the type of sauce you just want to bathe in. Give me a straw, I will suck that up.
Finished with a bit of lemon zest and an optional berry compote, if that's your jam.
That combination of the berries, that lemon zest, that honey butter is absolutely insane.
It's all the elements you want in a pancake, just done perfectly.
Number 2 on our top 10 brunch countdown is Suerte in Austin.
Suerte means luck, and you are one very lucky person if you happen to stumble upon this spot.
We love Suerte. We come here all the time. This is the place to be for brunch.
The dish to order at brunch is the Chilaquiles Rojos.
This is a perfect brunch food in my opinion because it's just another way to put in your body one of my favorite things, which is salsa and tortillas. It's never a bad day when you're having salsa.
Let me just tell you, these are some of the best chilaquiles I have ever had in my life.
Originally, chilaquiles were a way for restaurants to pass off stale tortillas. But Suerte's silver medal winning version are made with the freshest ingredients possible.
These guys at Suerte are not cutting corners. They are making their own masa, their own chips with their own corn.
This is a tortilla that is made from Nixtamite corn that was grown here in Texas.
What Fermin does in respecting the corn, you get to taste maize in its full glory.
We do these every day, sheet them out, we cook them on the plancha, and we cut it to then fry into chips for our chilaquiles. Now we take these squares, and we take a little trip to the fryer.
With the tortillas getting crispy in the fryer, Chef Nunez turns his attention to the sauce, starting with tomatoes, tomatillos, and 3 types of dried chilies.
We take some of my favorite chilies, guajillo for a little bit of color, Chilaquile negro adds a little bit of depth, really nutty flavor to it. And this is the pasilla, which has sweet notes that I think balance all the 3 chilies out.
They're blanched and added to the blender.
Now I have a little bit of epazote and the confit garlic in there, a little bit of chicken stock. Permission to blend.
Next, Chef brings some protein to the party with a little chorizo cha-cha-cha.
It's gonna dance. Tell me you want the dance, Chef. I want the dance. Yeah, dance.
It's got a little bit more meat than fat ratio, that acidity and that like sausage umami.
The blended red sauce is layered in with the chorizo.
While that sauce is saucing, we're gonna fry our eggs because we can multitask and we're professionals.
Lastly, in go the homemade tortillas.
Pew, 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 pew.
To get sauced up for their date with the plate.
Perfect sauce to crisp ratio.
So now we put our egg and then crema that we get from Oaxaca every week.
The cotija cheese that is like nice and salty.
One last bit of vibrancy, thinly sliced onion and fresh cilantro.
They have built the perfect bowl of chilaquiles.
And this, my friends, it's our chilaquiles rojos at Suerte.
Our first place finisher brings us back to the Big Easy and a legendary restaurant that's part of the city's rich living history. Food Network's #1 brunch belongs to Commander's Palace, the Cochon de lait Eggs Benedict.
Eggs Benedict is such a classic dish. Here we are flipping that on its head.
Instead of just a piece of ham, you have this beautiful cochon de lait, which is suckling pig.
The amount of fat that is on a great pork shoulder is really what we're looking for, because as it sits in that smoker for 16 hours, that fat is just gonna melt into the meat. That's where we're gonna get tons of flavor. Here we have our house Creole seasoning. We are going to be shockingly generous with how we season this pork shoulder.
And as if the cochon de lait, our beautiful pork, is not enough, then they make a hollandaise with tasso ham.
Tasso ham is a spiced ham from the region.
We're adding it to really, really amp up that smoky pork flavor.
The hollandaise is absolutely extraordinary. And then Chef Meg Bickford gilds the lily, as it were, with a mushroom sauce that just has the aroma of forest floor and a Sunday morning walk combined into one.
A forest floor and an afternoon walk combined. I'll take that. I like that. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, on to the next thing.
When it comes to Benedict, yes, English muffins are traditional.
No, not at Commander's Palace. We are in New Orleans and we're in the South, so you gotta have that biscuit. And the biscuit is made in-house. It is buttery, it is fluffy. It just holds that masterpiece together.
Time to build this beauty from the bowl up.
Have our cochon de lait piled nice and high on our biscuit.
That's followed by gently poached eggs, that heavenly mushroom sauce, velvety hollandaise, and some greens for garnish.
And I present to you our cochon de lait Eggs Benedict.